1, 2, 3. I counted forwards.
Everybody's got an opinion. Every Californian and Virginian. It's so hard to tell who to trust and who to ignore. Someone's gotta settle the score. Trey and Chelsey will help you choose whose views win, which ones lose. Online haters are coming for you. Baby, it's time to review the review.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
I fall more in love with that theme song every time we listen to it.
It really is fun.
It really is. We're the luckiest.
Oh my gosh. Hello, listeners. Welcome to Review That Review. We are the podcast dedicated to reviewing
reviews. We're just like Siskel and Ebert, only instead of reviewing cinematic masterpieces, we rate and review those hilarious, scathing, and sometimes suspicious online reviews.
That's Chelsey Donn.
And that's Trey Gerrald.
And together, we're
the Review Queens.
My crown is bronzed and polished and ready to go.
It looks so gorgeous. Those gorgeous gemstones. They're they're blinding me.
Oh my God.
How's your week been, Chelsey?
My week has actually been great. I had my birthday. I celebrated my birthday. I got to see people in person and hug friends that I haven't seen or let alone, touched in over a year. I got to actually hug my friends. It was so nice. And I went to another friend's birthday and I met new people and I went to a Dodgers game. So it's like both the most bizarre thing to be seeing so many people and also such a blessing. So I feel great. How was your week, Trey?
I had a good week. Another great week, living life, breathing air. In real time, we've just launched last Wednesday. And so it's been a very exciting, fun week with a lot of correspondences. And it's been a great, great week. I am happy to be alive.
Yes. We should all remember how lucky we are. And with that in mind,
yes,
and leaning into gratitude and remembering how very lucky we are, I think it's time for us to
lodge a complaint.
Well, I'm ready. I'll start.
Please get us going.
All right. Today, the complaint I'm going to be lodging is for something very obnoxious. It is cash only anything. I hate when you go to a restaurant, when you go anywhere, if it is not a garage sale. If they are cash only, that is so obnoxious to me. Now, I understand you as the vendor have to pay a fee for credit cards.
True.
Okay, it is 2021, person. That is a cost of business. Who is cash only anymore? That is so obnoxious to me. Being told, oh, cash only. No, that's unacceptable. It's 2021. If you cannot pay the 2% fee for swiping the square, then I don't know. That is just whack. It's a whack job to not accept credit cards.
I get it. I mean, now the worst is when you get to the place you didn't know that it was cash only. You didn't bring any cash. Now what? It's terrible.
We went on a double date with my brother and sister-in-law, and we knew it was a cash only restaurant. And when she called to make the reservation, they were like, remember, it's cash only. And every single page of the menu was cash only. It said at the bottom. And they have an ATM inside.
Okay. Well, at least
it was
we have that.
$7.50 fee.
Stop it. That's wrong.
But so then I'm thinking okay, so you paid for this ATM machine that you can make profit off of, which great. do your thing. But it's just
Right.
obnoxious to me. Like, I just think that it's very bizarre to like be running a business and not be doing, like, even in Alabama, like my ex stepmom, she had like a booth at this like, it was like a vendor fair where you could set up a booth and sell things. And those people had Square machines to run credit cards. Like, how are you a business in Manhattan? And what has also been really fabulous in this pandemic shutdown is a lot of places stopped even taking cash because we thought that was dangerous and scary.
I know. I was going to say that. Like, I actually, I tend to carry around cash. I go to the farmer's market every week. I like that cash exchange. I know, call me weird. I like enjoy being like, where did these eggs come from? Tell me a little bit about this chicken. I want to know where they've come from. Here's $20. Thanks for the eggs. I mean, and then they give me change. But there have been a lot of places where it's no cash now.
To me,
Hear about it.
I just think like, I'm just not a cash person.
I get it.
Like, so therefore, bye.
I do think eventually we're not going to have cash anymore, right?
Yeah, well, right. It's like this cryptocurrency or whatever they're trying to do now.
Yeah, that, or it's just like you'll just have a balance and we'll just ding I don't know, Apple's going to do it and we're all going to just jump on board like we always do.
So that's my complaint. If you are a cash only establishment, consider jumping into the times.
It's true.
Chelsey,
things like Square make it really easy, and it's not an ad for Square, but it's an option.
Exactly. Chelsey, what about you? Do you have any complaint you want to lodge?
Yeah, I have something I'd like to get off my chest. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but my bath is very slippery. Slippery bath. It's a bath shower combo, and for whatever reason, it's very slippery. And I feel I put my life in God's hands every time I step into the bath. And I've tried to buy non-slip mats for my bath. And in my experience, it makes it worse. Like often I feel, it's like I went from just surfing to now I'm like, I don't know, snowboarding on top of the bath, because now I have like a thing that I'm negotiating, and it makes it worse. And what I would truly love is if there's anyone listening who's had this experience, who feels my pain and who's found a solution, please leave a voicemail and let me know, because I gotta know. I've been living my life like this for way too long, and somebody's got to help. Someone's got to do something about the slippery baths. And that's my complaint.
It's a really good complaint. Have you, I remember like my grandmother back in the day, she had like individual like sandpaper scruffy things. It wasn't like wasn't like a
those
suction
are
mat.
Terrible. Those don't work.
It was like sandpaper little like animals that you could put individually. Have you tried those?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my grandfather put those in our bath. And I do think that was the most successful one. But now that I'm so like reviews crazy, every time I go on Amazon, I even find something like that. I'm like, I don't think they make them as well as they used to, That's my thought.
There was probably some chemical that kills us.
Exactly. Right. Or they cared more. Anyway, I'm all worked up about this.
I hear you. And I'm definitely a bath person. So I don't like having the mats at the bottom, like my sister, her baby, my nephew, they bathe him every night, and they have to take the suction mat off every night because it mildews if you leave it.
Yeah, I know. It like grows something.
So
a science experiment.
People need to we keep pitching these Shark Tank ideas. Here's another one.
Yeah, if you're an inventor and you're listening to this, you're welcome.
Oh, wait, hold on. My phone's buzzing. Hold on.
Okay, sure.
Listener voicemail.
Oh my God.
You guys, it's an exciting day. We received a voicemail in our voicemail box, which if you haven't heard, we say it at the end of every episode. You can call our voicemail box and leave us a message. It's 1-850-REVIEW-0. And here is a message from a listener named Emily.
Oh my God.
Okay, hi. Love the podcast. I would like to lodge a complaint.
Okay.
This is something I'm not an angry person, but this truly makes me insane, and it turns me very quickly into like a barbarian.
What do you think of Emily's voice so far? Do you think that the preface of not being an angry person is factual?
I believe her.
She sounds very nice.
She seems nice. Yeah.
And I like the visual imagery of barbarian.
Yeah. I think she's going to give us a lot of more descriptive words. Let's hear what else she has to say.
Okay.
Would like to complain about the people who use an escalator, okay, and then they step off of it and they don't keep walking. So it creates this very dangerous, like, domino effect.
It's like a pile.
People just stand there.
Terrible.
As if there's not this automatic chain of people that are going to dismount and have no control over the timing of that. And you're about to kill people, and all you have to do is keep walking. Keep walking. This happens a lot.
I feel like Emily's getting a little heated.
She is. But you know what? This is the part we can identify with this. This is the part where you're like, it feels good. Now I'm complaining. Let me really let it out. So
I'm mad about cash only. You're mad about bath mats.
I'm mad about bath mats. Emily, take your chance to talk. This is a worthy lodging of a complaint, I will say.
Do you think she's a gymnast? Because she used the word dismount. That is kind of what you do on an escalator. If you're going up, you do have to sort of.
You have to dismount. I love that. What a great descriptive word. I also thought, yeah, maybe she was a gymnast, probably when she was younger, and possibly a dancer. I don't know. I'm getting dance vibes.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
And also, like, escalators are a universal thing, right? Like, they exist everywhere, and we use them since we, like, forever, like, since we're babies. Children, like, everybody needs to know how an escalator works, and it's common sense, and it's not difficult to step off of it and keep walking.
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's my complaint.
Yeah.
What is going through people's heads? Like, why does this, and it happens all the time. Okay, that's it. That feels better. That's my complaint.
Yeah. Wow,
Emily.
That was great. I'm so glad that Emily used our voicemail for this purpose and that she feels better now. And she's dead on.
I've definitely noticed that there's this whole culture in New York City that you must stand to one side if you're on an escalator for anyone that's in like a bigger hurry than you are, so they can sweep past you. And you learn that very quick on your first trip as a tourist, that like people are going to cuss you out if you're like not directly behind the person.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was what she was going to say initially. And I was like, ugh, like, I don't know if I'm going to be on her side. Because even though I agree, walk to one side, stand to the other, like, we never take any time as like human beings to just pause. And sometimes when I step on an escalator, I'm just like, this is my pause. It's not laziness that I need to get down faster. It's just like, ooh, let's take a breath and like observe for a second, you know? And so if I'm observing and then somebody like tapped me on the shoulder and they were like, excuse me, of course I would like move out of the way. But I don't know that that's like worthy of a full lodge. So I'm glad that wasn't what Emily went with.
Yeah, the pile up, that is, because then it becomes very stressful. You think like,
so stressful.
I'm going to get caught in this and my shoestring, or it's like, we're going to all die. I understand. Great
and
job.
Sometimes you see somebody in front of you, you know that they're going to be a stopper, and then it's prolonged.
Feel it. It's the worst.
Oh, the worst.
All right, well, listeners, if you want to lodge your own complaint, or if you want to induct someone in your life for my Royal Highness, or if you even strongly disagree with one of our review scores, feel free to call in, leave us a voicemail, 1-850-REVIEW-0. Thanks, Emily.
Yes, thank you. Wow, that was so good. I feel so good hearing Emily complain after we complained. And I think that we should hear some more people complain. What do you think?
Let's do it. I want to hear some written complaints.
Let's hear some written complaints. And as you guys already know, we are your trusty review queens. We each bring in a review from the internet that we feel needs to be inspected. We read the review, break it down, and rate the impact of the review on a scale from 1 to 5 crowns. It's a very regal process that we call
Assess that kvetch.
And kvetch means
complaint.
learning Yiddish with the queens.
All right. Who is first today?
I am first.
You are first. Amazing.
All right, let me pull up my review.
Take it away, Trey.
Okay, so let's see. All right. I actually found several for this, and this is the one I've landed on. So my review today is a 1-star review on Trustpilot, and it is written by Michael S. for the company Wish.com.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Michael S., 1 star. Here we go.
Okay.
Subject is first time ordering from Wish and you do this. Thanks for nothing. ... All right. Sorry, I'm zooming in. Okay. I have never bought anything from the internet until I tried with Wish. Now I see why I don't shop online because I ordered 2 things. One said it was mailed to my address. Well, if it did, I didn't get it. The other order is still saying it is still at the last location that it was delivered to, and it still has yet to be delivered. I have been fighting for a month now, and the won't do anything about it. They seem to think that they have the right to keep people's stuff and that people are only trying to get something for nothing. Well, newsflash, Wish. If I wanted something for nothing, I wouldn't have paid for my stuff up front. I called the Better Business Bureaus and reported it, so I'll see what happens. But if you want what you paid for, then stay away from Wish because they will screw you over and keep your money. Sad that people work hard for their money and we try to spend it with their company and then we turn around and get ripped off. They better realize that even though some people don't have a lot of money, some of us are willing to go in debt to take them to court. Might sound dumb, but if it proves the point, heck with it. Might sound dumb, but if it proves the point, heck with it. I'll pay the cost to go to court just to get my petty $40 back. Unprofessional and full of lies, Wish is a company full of thieves. Hey, Wish, all caps, you suck, all caps. Give us our money back. SMH, thumbs down for Wish.
Wow. I have
wait,
a lot of thoughts.
Wait, we never did the review that review thing. Let me just get it in the clear and I'll put it in.
Review that review.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a lot. I have
mean,
many thoughts.
please start. Please go.
Okay, first of all, I don't know if you've ever read Jen Sincero's book, You're a Badass at Making Money, but when I heard you reading this review, the first thing that I thought about Michael S. is that Michael S. has a lot of issues surrounding money. Yeah, this is my thought. Michael S. said that he believes, first of all, he already was setting up that he was going to get burned by buying things online. So he set that up for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He established that he thinks that they believe that he wants something for nothing. He said that he was going to get screwed over, ripped off, and that he was willing to go into debt to fight this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to pay the cost to go to court, and that the world is full of thieves. And Wish.com sucks. Okay. I've ordered from there myself. They're terrible. The worst. It takes forever for things to arrive. But that being said, I just want to give Michael S. a hug. now that I can and say, we got to change this.
Wait, what was that book you're talking about?
Jen Sincero's You're a Badass. She also wrote You're a Badass, and she wrote You're a Badass at Making Money.
Oh, I've seen that like in the library and like the airports. You're a Badass.
I was going to say, I'm sure you've seen it there. It's a great airport read. But the point is, we manifest things about our existence. And I'm working on this within myself because I know I'm manifesting a lot of stuff that I don't want, as we all do every day. But in just listening to Michael S. and what he said, I feel like I don't want Michael S. to buy anything else online because I'm worried he's going to get screwed again because he's like a magnet, seems.
I mean, that is such an interesting take on this, Chelsey, because you really do zero in on, there's so much telling information about Michael S.'s relation to money. Now, that being said, I have purchased from Wish. I have waited 3 months to receive, fun articles of clothing that are too small for my body.
Yes.
So, and if you want to go down an energy suck, go to Trustpilot, go to trustpilot.com and just go through the hordes of 1-star reviews for wish.com. It really is like, it's like a dark place. So I know that Michael S. is telling the truth here.
100%.
But I really am, that's such an interesting point to pick up on their relation to money, because it's so much about, it's not about being deceived or mistreated as a paying customer as much as it is about money.
Yeah. It's like weirdly about his, to me, at least when you read it, I was like, this is all about his philosophy with money, his relationship with money, what he thinks is going to happen when he spends it, how he already sort of is assuming that people are taking advantage of him.
To his credit, he has taken action and he's already complained to the Better Business Bureau, which he refers to as Better Business Bureaus. And
which
also,
maybe there's more than one. I don't know.
It's also lowercase better, lowercase business, uppercase bureaus. So at least Michael S. has taken action besides this like all caps screaming 1-star review. So
yeah,
that's valuable. I mean, I don't know that there's unique information in this review other than like Michael S.'s backstory and their vehement commitment to getting vengeance.
Yeah. He's really out for blood. And I get it because, like I said, I've also purchased stuff from Wish, and I was doing the wishing and hoping that it was going to be something great for a cheap price. And I, several months later received a product that hardly resembled what I had ordered. So I get it,
I've actually had both versions. I've had like horrible, this is not fitting. And then I've also had like amazing, fantastic. That blue, if you remember from our photo shoot, the blue sweater of the star thing, that was from Wish. I mean, it literally feels like a washcloth for waxing a car. But it's very cute. I'm never going to see anyone else wearing that.
Did Michael comment in there how much he spent on his Wish item?
No.
Okay, because
but again, he said, well, he does say go to court to just get my petty $40 back. So I guess $40, which is probably 900 items if you're ordering from wish.com.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I'm not saying you get what you pay for, but like you kind of get what you pay for. Like everybody falls into that trap of, oh, this seems like a really good deal every once in a while. And sometimes it's a good deal and sometimes it's not. And I fell into that trap with Wish. And when I did, I was like, oh, I'm just never going to order from here again. And clearly, there's a reason why this item was $5 or whatever it was. So
in my personal experience, ultimately the deciding factor was like the length of time it took to receive it from China. Like that I just was sort of like, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather order and get it quickly.
Yeah.
I do need to bring up, because I'm reading it, I was winded because there is a huge lack of punctuation in this review. It is such wordy run-on sentences. I definitely think that Michael S. was in the frenzy of the mania and anger of submitting a claim to Better Business Bureau and then running to Trustpilot, typing in this review that they did not have any time to spell check, to put it into Grammarly, to have their niece, who is like a spelling bee champ, look it over. None of that occurred.
No, I don't. Yeah, I could feel the red, like just emanating off of Michael S. He was definitely in the tunnel of anger.
Also, whenever Michael references Wish, it's just interesting to me that they don't say wish.com, but they also just say Wish and they never capitalize it. So that also got a little complicated for me. But I'm curious at Michael's age, because they don't order online, which makes me immediately think they're older. But then they say SMH, thumbs down, which doesn't that mean shaking my head?
It does, but I feel like, you know how some of the texting vernacular is like ghosts of, chats passed on AOL.
Yeah, ROFL.
Yeah, I think that SMH.
I never used that.
From the AIM days.
Oh, okay. So maybe this is
like
a like early 40s person.
I think could be older. I want to say 50, 60.
Do you think that this is entertaining or humorous?
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I didn't feel that way. I immediately felt sad for Michael S. And also like that he said in the beginning, you do this.
It was just Chelsey. I was just going to point that out. It's literally the subject. My first time ordering from Wish, and you do this.
You do this. Like, it's so personal to Michael S. And I just want to know how I can help him and what happened, who hurt him, and why he has.
Well, Wish hurt him.
But who hurt Michael before Wish got to him? Because that's what it feels like. It's like, you do this. Like, it's, he has a lot of just there's
a hurricane of emotion going on.
Yeah.
It's also it's Michael S's only review on Trustpilot.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think he went online after this at all.
I think Michael S lives in a cave in the woods.
I think he just was like, unplug the computer. I can't do it.
Which, you know what? I think a lot of us should probably do that.
I think Michael S only goes to cash only establishments.
I think Michael S callback lives in Ojai. I think Michael S is just on the beach. He's on Meditation Mount. He's just in the world, and
I hope
they've
so.
been burned by the internet, and they're done.
I hope that Michael S moved to Ojai, because if Michael S moved to Ojai, he would feel much better.
Do you think that Michael S is a cash only person? I bet Michael S doesn't want to do credit cards. I bet Michael S doesn't want to put money in the bank.
That's what I just said, B.
Oh, I was forming my thought, not listening.
See?
Do you think that Michael S has a bank account? Or do you think Michael S is a person from the Depression era, grandparent or parents that was like, don't trust the banks?
I think Michael S has a bank account. I think Michael S has a checking book that he balances very well.
Well, then why didn't Michael S do a grammar check? I guess math and grammar doesn't go hand to hand, but if you're that anal retentive about your checking book, which we just made up, I recognize, but you would think they would be anal retentive about punctuation and capitalization.
Not when you're in the fit of anger,
Good point. No,
when you're in the fit of anger, it's like everything else is out the window and all I'm seeing is red. And I just need to get all of this out because I feel so personally attacked by this organization and so hurt that all of my shame and everything is just coming to the surface and I need to just get this out. And when you're in that kind of a place, punctuation just doesn't matter.
Now that we've talked about this a little more, I do think it is entertaining. I would actually like to hear a podcast of Michael S. I would love to read more reviews of Michael S. I would like to see if there's a common thread, if like this narrative that we're creating for Michael S, if it's actually accurate. Like I would like to see Michael S in a fit of rage at Better Business Bureau complaining about lots of things.
I would like to see Michael S like zenned out in the lounge of a spa.
But do you think Michael S could zen out? Or do you think like the Badass book, like do you think they're just too wrapped up?
I just hope that Michael S has a grandchild that really wants to take care of him and like help him to relax. And I hope he gets that. But I think Michael S, I feel for you so much in this experience and I see you and I think I'm ready to crown you.
I think I'm ready to. Let's crown.
Okay.
So Chelsey and I each have our own set of 1 to 5 crown cards, and in an effort to be fair and not influenced by one another, we will simultaneously reveal our rating cards.
The queens are tabulating.
Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Total score.
Yeah, I thought.
Unanimous.
3 crowns, 3 crowns.
3 crowns, 3 crowns. Do you want to go first? Yeah, tell us why.
I mean, this is pretty simple. I just felt like, the punctuation was terrible. And the point was like, it's just like very clear from the first, literally the subject here. Michael S is a no-go. So, I get what it is. And so I don't know. I just feel like, is it a deal breaker? Maybe. No, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. But I think there is an impact. Like I will remember this wanting to take someone to court, which is somewhat entertaining. So I feel like the tunnel vision of anger, of one-sidedness, of like a horrible experience mixed with the punctuation and spelling errors, but with like actually the kind of humor, like it's just middle of the road. I think when it all goes into the equation, when I'm doing my proof in algebra class, then I come
3
up with
crowns
3 crowns.
just popped out.
Yeah. What about for you?
I agree. I gave Michael S high points for accuracy because it's true. This is an experience that you can expect, and high points for like personality and the fact that he literally leapt off the page with his review. I could feel him and his anger and his passion right away. So, that's both almost the reason why he got to 3 and also where he lost out, which was the fit of rage that caused him to not have any kind of spell check or, proper punctuation. And also just, a little bit of his Hulk vision, not really being able to see the picture for exactly what it was, and maybe bringing something else to the page besides just his experience with wish.com. But what a great review, Trey.
Thank you.
That was great. I feel for Michael S. I think I'll be thinking about him for a little while.
Yeah, let's all take a moment to wish positive vibes towards Michael S. And
Yes.
All right, let's take a quick little break. And then when we come back, we can play with our favorite dame, Meryl, before we jump into Lady Donn's review.
Oh, I love it. Let's do it. BRB.
BRB. Bye.
Hold your crown. We'll be right back.
Okay, I have a wacky idea.
Yeah.
Suggest improv, yes, and me. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Angela. I live in a small gated community, but I'm wrestling with a very big problem. My bathtub is too slippery. If only there was a product with which I could stick onto my tub in order to have grippy so I don't slippy. Thank goodness there's a beautiful product called Slippy Grippy. Ever since I purchased Slippy Grippy, my life as Angela in a small gated community has truly turned around. Thank you, Slippy Grippy. You're a wonderful product. 5 crowns to you.
Wow. Well, thank God for the Slippy Grippy. Because if we didn't have that infomercial, I don't think I would know what I was going to do before I showered next.
Do you want to do a made up commercial for a credit card or cash only?
I guess I could. Is this what we're doing now?
I don't know. I thought it could be funny.
Okay, we could try. Sure. Hi, I'm Frank, and I'm sick of going to places that don't allow me to use my credit card. So I decided to start an organization that goes around to all the places that are cash only, and I check out their taxes, and then when I stop checking out their taxes, I sell them a Square or another device where they can take credit cards. So if you're interested in supporting the organization, you can make a donation at www.whyareyoudooingthishole-only-cash-thing.com. And we'd appreciate it. And I think a lot of people would appreciate it too. All right, Frank out.
I thought it was funny. I don't know. We'll see.
Or we won't. Well, I mean, whatever.
Do you want to try a tub one?
No, I think we should just continue and we'll save that for like the bonus something.
All right, we'll see how it turns out in the wash.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back.
Okay.
All right, it's game time. So let's
game
get
time.
ready. Chelsey,
yes,
we're going to take our quick little spin on the merry-go-round. Are you ready to strap in to your piggy?
I'm in a piggy today. Oh, wonderful.
But it's a purple piggy.
Oh, a purple piggy? Can it have wings?
Yes.
A purple piggy with wings so that I can say when pigs fly and then like,
what am I on?
Oh, good question. I was picturing you on actually like a rocket ship.
Oh.
Like just like ready to like take off.
I wanted to say anchors away, but that's not accurate at all. Okay, so here's the deal. Chelsey and I have each picked a rotten scathing. Okay. Scathing, pithy, 1-star zinger. And with 30 seconds on the clock, we will take turns trying to recite the zinger in as many genres as possible.
Just like Queen Meryl, who does it all.
Before the clock runs out.
Okay, I think I go first because you did the first review, right?
That's right.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's always so scary. It just is. Okay. So my 1-star zinger is from GNC, and it is in reference to the Goalie Nutrition apple cider vinegar gummies in the 500 milligram variety. And the review is by Mitchie. And Mitchie says, I was sent a knockoff brand and don't like the taste of it. So I was sent a knockoff brand and don't like the taste of it. I will try to honor Meryl here. Okay, let's see. Let's do it.
Inhale, exhale. Oh, wait, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Let me get
You're not going to sneeze now because you just said you're going to sneeze.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I don't feel.
Oh, wait. Sorry, we didn't do this too.
I don't feel like an icon. Most of the days I feel like I can't. That's with an A.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Musical theater.
I was sent a knockoff brand and I don't like the taste of it.
Yankee.
I was sent a knockoff brand. Don't like the taste of it.
Soap opera.
I was sent a knockoff brand and I don't like the taste of it.
Adult film.
I was sent a knockoff brand and I don't like the taste of it.
Opera diva.
I was sent a knockoff brand and I don't like the taste of it.
Disaster movie.
That's all. That's all.
Good job, girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job.
All right. I'm pleased with 5. That was a kind of long one. So
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Are you ready? What do you have today?
All right. So my 1-star zinger today is from Sephora.com for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And this is from Carmen M.
Okay.
And the review is, never got to use it. Half of it broke.
What a shame. All right. You have to beat 5, Trey. Can you do it?
I'm going to try.
All right. You got that. I mean, I shouldn't be cheering you on, but I am.
I mean, I am on a rocket ship, so.
You are in a rocket ship. You should just take off. All right. Ready? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Musical theater.
Never got to use it because half of it broke off now.
Horror.
I never got to use it. Half of it broke off.
Mime. Disaster.
I never got to use it. Half of it broke off.
Film noir.
Oh, I never got to use it, fella. Half of it broke off.
Disney.
That's all.
That's all. I
Was
think
that
you beat
4?
me. I think you beat me. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We tied.
Oh.
Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a tie.
Thank you.
Once again, the queens are unanimous.
I mean, look at that. A piggy and a rocket ship.
A piggy and a piggy with wings, a pig who flies, and a rocket ship are about to land in the same place.
It just occurred to me for the first time that you're going to get there at the same time if you're on a Meryl-Go-Round.
It's true.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm proud of both of us.
We did it. We accomplished that. That was great.
Review that review.
All right, Chelsey, what have you got for us this week?
Okay. Well, I have a review from Amazon, and the review is written by Troy W. And it is a 1-star review of the So Coastal The Beach Behemoth Giant Inflatable Ball. It's a 12-foot pole-to-pole, huge jumbo toy for water games and family fun.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, no is right. So this is Troy W. Subject: some serious things to consider before buying this ball. First of all, if you have your heart set on this and want this gigantic ball, there's technically nothing wrong with this product. But please take a minute to consider some things that I did not consider before imposing this monstrosity onto our son's graduation party. ... 1, it's huge. I mean, it's really big, which means you cannot see who or what is on the other side of it. We had a party full of teenage boys, no small kids, and this was a problem with people getting bowled over. I can only imagine if there were small kids around. 2, once it was completely blown up, about an hour and a half with a small air compressor, it bounced everywhere, across people, picnic tables, horse fence, the neighbor's yard, and into a 4-lane highway. My party-goer teens were trying to keep it from causing a pileup in front of our house. We had to push the darn thing down into the woods to keep it from blowing, it was windy, back into the road. 3, we decided that letting some air out of it might keep it from bouncing so much.
No.
And by this time, it had a few holes in it from being pushed into the woods. The boys played with it okay for a while until it had lost enough air for one boy to think he could jump on it like a trampoline.
No.
That's when he bounced over the top of it and came down to the ground, breaking his collarbone. 4, the kids took it back to the campfire after that and ceremoniously deflated the rest. the rest of after that. And then that was the end of my $100 hope for a cool party toy. And that was the end of my $100 hope for a cool party toy. Never again. Sad face.
Oh my God. The bar has just been raised so fiercely. How did you find that?
I was looking for toys for my nephew's birthday. And he was having like a lawn party. They were doing a movie before. And I was like, oh, it might be cute if we had some lawn toys. So I was looking up like fun lawn toys and I came across this huge ball. And I thought like, oh, maybe this is a good idea. This could be like fun. Like all the kids could play with this ball together. Like I was getting, I don't know, like elementary school gym vibes from it. I thought it could be good. And then I read the reviews and I saw this and I thought, of course, like, what a review queen, but also, oh my God.
So we already know that the impact for you was a deal breaker, right? Because you did not buy it.
I, of course, did not buy the item. I like, of course I didn't. I mean, how could you buy an item after that? Troy W.
Troy W has, okay. Well, okay. I do have a couple of things to contest because I'm just curious. So do you think that it's hyperbole or do you think that someone actually broke their collarbone?
I think somebody actually broke their collarbone.
So then why did something continue with the ball after it? If someone broke their collarbone, why did they continue with it to punch holes in it or whatever?
What was very interesting about this review, and I kind of did flub up there on number 4 a little bit. I think it was like everything was written so spectacularly. Wow, that's a hard word to say. Everything was written beautifully. And then we got to 4 and I lost the narrative a little bit. It says the kids took it back to the campfire after that and ceremoniously deflated the rest of it. And that was the end of my $100 hope for a cool party tool. Now, like what I wanted was that they were going to throw it in the fire.
Right. But now I'm hearing that that was like, okay, someone
that was the final. It was like
the end. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like the getting it to the campfire was kind of like, guys, this ball has caused enough damage. Let's make sure nobody else breaks a collarbone at this point. No more monkeying around. It's time to deflate the beast.
When you started this, I wrote down the word monstrosity because I was like, what a word. And now, given the review, I echo monstrosity. I mean, that is a monster. I also love the visual of being bowled over. Like that is so hilarious. And like these are teenage boys, like, wow. And then also just the fact of blowing something up for an hour and a half. They said it was a small electric motor. That is like insane. That is so long. That's like 6 episodes of Sex and the City. That's crazy.
That's so true. And also like it does, I don't know why when I was looking at it, this is when I really fully like fathomed how big this was. It does say in the title of the item, 12-foot pole to pole, which I just sort of glazed over, I guess, when I was looking at it originally.
What does that mean?
I think that means longitude, latitude would be my guess. Like we're talking
South Pole.
Yeah, North Pole. Yeah, like we're talking like it's 12 up and 12 across.
That's an interesting description of that. Why wouldn't you just say?
I don't know, but like
also circumference
circumference, but that is like huge, and it's
giant.
And it says huge jumbo toy. But what I liked the most about Troy was obviously his sense of humor. I mean, it really it took me a lot not to laugh. Like it was really funny. And then also he didn't give up on the ball, like, or his what's the word? His enthusiasm when he bought the ball. Like he really had high hopes for it. He was like, this is going to be a really cool thing for the party. And like, he's it's like he's empathizing with the person that's going to be purchasing this. That's how I felt when I was reading it. Like,
Yes, I
okay,
really-
you're not crazy that you want to do this thing. I get it. Like, I also wanted to do this thing because I thought it could be fun. But like now that I've lived it, now that like I'm post acquisition of the ball, like I have some wisdom to share. And boy,
yeah, I really appreciated that approach, and that approach follows all the way through. It feels like Troy W is a friend saying like, look, let me tell you, like, this is like the side story over here. Even when you say it was windy, was that in parentheses?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because that was a beautiful reading.
Yes, it was in parentheses. That's what I'm saying. Like he gave us so much detail, like, detail on detail on detail.
Now, when you were screaming about the collarbone and going into the street and all that, is it in caps?
All caps with
Wow.
like many exclamation points.
Exclamation points.
Yeah. So like, especially the into a 4-lane highway was like really like all caps, like maybe like 20 exclamation points. Like, do not miss this detail. I'm not joking. Like this caused like a pile up.
You know what was a detail that I thought was just like thrown in and then like never addressed again? Horse fence.
Yeah. Well, to me, I don't know what you thought. I was like, oh, this is a farm. This is a very large property. That's why
for
Troy.
12 by 12 pole. I mean, that's ginormous. That's like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I also want to point out, this isn't something that we usually say, but I'm just noticing it from my screenshot that 815 people found this review helpful.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I do think it's valuable, and like it is sort of making me even think like this is probably gonna like be dangerous if it's purchased.
Yeah, extremely. Like it's just, this is a deal breaker.
It just sort of occurs to me like it's just so chock full of details that it does make me wonder if this is like a fake comedy review. Did someone really break their collarbone? Like, how would you even jump on it as a kid if it's 12 feet tall?
Well, it was partially deflated. So it was like, I imagine it was now, because they said he jumped on it like a trampoline. So if it's partially deflated, this could for sure happen. I mean, even just jumping on a regular trampoline, you could break your collarbone, but like kids will be kids.
I mean, it is a kid's toy, so I would imagine that this, like all the things that these teenagers came up with are all the things that most kids are going to come up with when you're playing with a 12-foot ball.
I just feel like the specificity of this and the story, like, yes, it's extreme. Yes, it's crazy. There's so many, the highway and like the collarbone, the horse fence. There's just so many specifics about this that are outrageous, but specific enough that it feels authentically true.
I kind of want one.
Okay, good luck. I'm definitely not getting one.
But I don't even know what you would do with a ball that large.
I thought it would be fun for like a kid's birthday party. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I think I was literally guffawing at that. I mean, my throat kind of hurts because it really got me. I mean, I don't think I've ever been more entertained by a review.
Me too. I was so entertained when I was reading it. I just couldn't. I like barely got through reading it. It was so funny.
I think I'm ready to crown this. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I've never been more ready in my life.
All right, so here we go. Let's crown it.
The queens are tabulating.
All right. I think I'm a little nervous, but all right.
Okay, I'm excited. All right.
Total score.
Yeah, I knew
it. Okay, if ever I had a golden ticket, like if I was on a reality show and I had a golden ticket, like I would be given the golden ticket. I would be pushing that button. There would be confetti coming down for Troy W. Troy W, you're a review queen.
I mean, this is so epic.
Epic.
I mean, we all know that I hate The Voice, but I would turn my chair around too.
Yeah, I mean, all three chairs are getting turned around. We are fighting over Troy W. Troy W, if you're listening to this,
please leave us a voicemail.
Please leave. I mean, if anybody knows Troy W or the kid that broke their collarbone, let us know, because
I want to hear from the kid that broke his collarbone. I want a play-by-play.
I want to know. I want to meet him. I want to send him a crown, because what a review queen.
I do have
What
to
a
say,
queen.
there is a part of me, I really want to know if this is real, but I'm counterbalanced by that because it was so entertaining. And also like I kind of want to get the ball, even though like I have no need for it. Like it probably wouldn't even fit in our backyard, but like, I just, it's like, this is like exactly the reason this podcast exists. Like
I agree.
Troy W's wordsmithness and the bullet point with the numbering. I mean, come on, you are
number.
review
And
queen.
I didn't even mention, but it was like, those like pretty numbers where it's like 1 and then it has like the
parenthesis.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful document.
Chelsey, I guess I quit. You just upped the game so hardcore. I'm so proud of you.
I just want everybody to know it's not always going to be Troy W. Okay. Every once in a while you come across a Troy W and I got to bring it to you. It's my job as a review queen.
Oh, and also we've never really said this, but if you listener ever find a review that you want us to review, we do have a submit that review button on our website, which is reviewthatreview.com. Submit it there and tell us so that we can read it on air. We'll give you a shout out.
Yeah. Or if like going to websites and pushing buttons like makes you anxious, you can also take a screenshot or a link us to the review and just send that puppy to hello@reviewthatreview.com. It would be so helpful.
I mean, Chelsey, good grief. I have learned so much today. This has been an epic journey. I feel like scrubby, slippy, I really value a good sturdy grounding and when I'm in a shower bathtub. And I think that wish.com is only going to lead me astray.
Yes.
And now I think I might go to amazon.com and look at this ball. I want to see some other reviews. I mean, it's really making me want to take some action here.
Yes. I learned that I'm never taking you to a cash only establishment because that's just asking for trouble. So
I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Or if I do take you to a cash only establishment, I'll like prepay or something so that like no check arrives because I don't want to like trigger you in any way.
Very kind.
And I also learned that, like people bring their passion to these reviews. And I think that's what's so cool about it. And what was so special about this episode to me was I really felt like I knew who Michael S. was, even if like I disagreed with what he was saying. And I really feel like Troy W. just delivered on so many levels. And I just love what we do.
Amen.
Well, it's that time. We've reached the most regal portion of our show. And that, sorry, I lost where we were.
Okay.
All right, my queen, we have reached the most regal portion of our show. Who are you, Trey, inducting for?
My Royal Highness.
Okay, so my Royal Highness for this week is a little personal. So my husband and I decided to adopt another dog from an organization called Wolf. That sounded like an L. I'm sorry. My Southern like creeps up. WoofDogRescue.com. So it is this New York City dog rescue organization. They take in animals from the New York City shelters and foster them in order to get them into new homes. And so I wrote down it's WoofDogRescue.com. It was founded by a woman named Barbara Fox, and she's doing incredible, great work and got this little dog. And the dog was being fostered by a really wonderful woman named Rhoda, who approved me and David to become the new owners of this little dog. So when the dog was taken to the shelter, its name was Tucky or Tukey. We're unsure. And then the animal shelter named the dog Winston, which was the name that we wanted to originally name our dog until we found our first dog, Winnie, who's a female. So that felt like a little like Bashert sign. And then we are still in the process of figuring out what the dog's name was. We think we're going to name him Hunter. That's sort of what we're sticking
I like
with.
that.
And so we can call him Hunty for short. And Hunter and Winnie are getting along swimmingly, and you know it's going well. He's definitely a submissive, and she is definitely an alpha. So it's a great pairing, and I'm just really appreciative for the work at Woof Dog Rescue, for being heroes for these little helpless animals. I mean, it's just such a sad thing, and so shout out to all of the foster people out there, all of the rescue people for these animals, especially Rhoda and Barbara Fox at Woof Dog Rescue.
That's very special. I love that.
What about you, my dear Chelsey? Who are you inducting for My Royal Highness this week?
Well, I am going to be inducting an amazing guy named Calente, who worked at the Fresh Brothers Pizza on Beverly, where I purchased the pizza for my birthday. And Calente was just A+, top notch, great energy, just a great guy. I was ordering a lot of pizza for, my friends that were coming, gave me a little deal. He asked me if I wanted sauce. I said, obviously I want sauce. He said, do you want ranch? I said, do you have a boat? And then he was repeating back the order, and he was like, that'll be like 3 pizzas, lots of sauce, a boat of ranch. And I appreciated the yes and his sense of humor and just how great he was. So
was this on the phone or in person?
This was in IRL, in real life, Calente.
Right.
Yeah, he told me to when I always ask people their name. It's just like something that I do. And he said Calente. And then I was like trying to, so I said Calente, and he said, yes, like caliente without the yen. And I also love someone who has a great like built-in mnemonic for their name and just delivers it without apology and in such a kind way. And I love Calente. And also, this is like so fun. In addition to inducting Calente as my Royal Highness, I randomly a couple days later ran into the person that owned, or I'm sorry, not the person, that would be too much, but the friend of the person who owns Fresh Brothers Pizza. And so I told him how much I love Calente, and I asked him to please text the owner to let him know that Calente was so great, and to please give him a raise or something, or do something special for him, because I had such a great experience with him. And he texted the owner right then and there and told him.
Oh my God.
That was so awesome that I got to do that. And thank you, Calente. And thank you to And I was just going to say thank you to everyone in the service industry for doing what you do.
Calente.
Yes. Well, we did it, Queen. It's another round in the books.
Thank you guys for, I don't want to say guys. Thank you all for joining us today. If you like what you heard, tell a friend.
And if you didn't like what you heard, tell an enemy. If you want to lodge your own complaint, submit your own review, or share with the world who you would induct for My Royal Highness, leave us a voicemail at 850-REVIEW-0.
That's right. You can also follow us on all the socials at The Review Queens. I'm at Trey Gerrald. That's with 2 R's.
And I'm at Chelsey BD, because someone else has Chelsey Donn, and we'll deal with that later. Please become a member of the Royal Court by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/reviewthatreview. Watch live clips from our recording sessions on YouTube.
I've eagerly been waiting to see when you're going to mention that someone has Chelsey Donn already. And I'm so glad that today is
exciting. Thank you. And remember, ignore the haters. You're a queen.
Gender non-specific queen.
True. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm slipping. I need a grip. Bye.
Bye.
Review That Review is an independent podcast. Certain names have been redacted or changed to protect the guilty. Executive produced by Trey Gerrald and Chelsey Donn, with editing and sound design by me, with voiceover talents by Eva Kaminsky. Our cover art was designed by LogoVora, and our theme song was written by Joe Kinosian and sung by Natalie Weiss.
Thanks for watching, Queens. Click here to subscribe, and click here for more videos.